Hello everyone, and welcome back to another exciting episode of my Pokemon Platinum Let's Play. I am Magnificent Entertainer Bulbagarden's former multimedia executive. I guess I should probably mention, in between my recording of the last episode and this episode, I was actually promoted to head administrator for Bulbagarden's forums. And so I stepped down in my role as multimedia executive. Technically, I'm still interim multimedia executive until someone else can be found, but that's all stuff that none of you actually care about. In the last episode, I explored Route 225 and headed from the survival area back to the fight area, and ended off here in the battle frontier by the battle tower. And there's this little pipsqueak here who seems far too short to actually be participating in the battle tower, at least from what we've heard, but what does he have to say? Oh yeah, I think I spoke to you already. Anyway, in between episodes, I actually trained up my team a little bit at the battleground, so you can see I'm now level 70 across the board. Held items and movesets are exactly the same as they had been in the previous episode. And that's about it. So I suppose, as I head into the battle tower, I should probably explain how it is that I'm actually planning on doing this. So I'll be doing single player for all of this, and... Oh right, it's the judge. Uh-huh. I forgot that this guy was here. Anyway, the judge will tell you, Heracross with a good special attack stat. This guy will tell you what your Pokemon's potential is. Very good for determining what IVs are best on your particular Pokemon. Kind of useful for him to be here because, well, the battle frontier is probably where IVs are the most important. Anyway, as for how I'm handling the battle frontier, I will not deliberately be showing any of the frontier brains, and I will not be going over any of their teams. All of that information, if you want to find it, is on Bulbapedia. You know, some of them, especially in a different facility, the Battle Factory in particular, have different or varying teams. Also, I'm not entirely sure just how well I'm going to be doing here. But I will try to get at least one successful 7-run string. No, I do not want multi-battle. I think it's the one in the middle that I want, but yeah, so that's Wi-Fi battle. I'll be doing everything just by myself, because I'm sitting here alone in my basement, as most people have probably done for the vast majority of this year. Anyway, that's beside the point. So I will at least be trying to do single battles. I want to see just how well I can do. You know, again, I'm starting with the battle tower. We'll enter Splur, we'll enter Punguin, and I think we'll enter Porygon. I think this is a relatively solid team. I know that both Porygon and Punguin are weak to fighting type moves, but Splurb and Punguin actually cover each other's weaknesses fairly well, and Porygon is just a very powerful Pokemon in general. You do have to save the game, so if I lose on camera. Oh well, so be it. But, you know, again, let's see what happens here. And, you know, again, I should mention, specifically for the Battle Tower, it's the simplest out of all of them. It's just straight up 3-on-3 battles, and the objective is to win as many in a row as you possibly can in groups of 7. If you can manage to get a 100-win streak, you will get another star on your trainer card. I've already said this is going to be a 3-star run, and I certainly do not believe that that one of those stars is going to be, well, this is lucky, is going to be from getting 100 solid wins here at the Battle Tower. Also, that would take way too much time to record. But yeah, as you can see, for all of the Pokemon are reset to level 50, so I thought maybe there was an option, or I believe in older versions of this you actually had an option where you could do level 50 or level set at whatever level, and that's part of the reason why I trained my team up to level 70. The other part of it is just because, well, I am getting towards the end of the game, and having a team that's slightly higher leveled is important. You can see it starts out fairly easily, right? This battle, no problem. You know, that's a Bidoof. And the other two Pokemon were weak to Splurb's Earthquake. Shouldn't even have to use any of my other Pokemon. Yeah, that... Wait, it hung on. It hung on! Oh no, whatever will I do? Held items you get to keep in this particular facility. There are some facilities where you do not get to keep those. Let's be fancy, use a U-turn. There's no healing here, and you can see there was also no experience gained from KOing any of these Pokemon. But your Pokemon will get healed in between each battle. So at least that's something. And the options are keep going, record, rest, and retire. I believe rest allows you to exit and resume your challenge from where you left it off. Retire means you completely quit your challenge altogether. Record, I don't remember if that's to record your upcoming battle or record the previous battle. I'm going to keep going, just because I kind of feel like it. I promised Mommy I'll practice swimming if I lose. Oh, good. Well, I guess I'm going to have to make this kid learn how to swim. Mantike. Oh, that's just lovely. Anyway, this is definitely not a good battle for Splurb. But you know what? I'll set up a Stealth Rock just because. I don't think this tiny little Mantike's going to be able to take out Splurb in one shot. Even with that agility. Especially since agility boosts speed and not, what's it called? Speed and not attack or wow, okay. A non-stab a non-stab resisted U-turn did that much damage. That's hilarious. Alright, Icy Wind, that would have been quad effective on Gliscor, but did next to nothing on Porygon. Let's see if I can knock this out with a Thunderbolt. Oh no, you're faster than me, but you're still just a little baby Pokemon. Yes, good. And unfortunately with that choice specs, that means Porygon is stuck using Thunderbolt until I switch it out. But, yeah, I figured this guy's going to have water Pokemon. So I'm not particularly worried about that. And Seal is not an Ice type yet, so I guess that's... okay. Priority moves makes sense, but you're not gonna KO Porygon. This boosted Thunderbolt should be more than enough to get rid of you. Very good. And Glameow. So this is probably also going to have Fake Out. Thunderbolt. Why not? Yeah, I kind of figured it had Fake Out, but that's still going to do, like, nothing. And I should go faster. Wait, how is Glameow faster? Oh, right, I was reduced 1 speed. Oh, well, it looks like they knocked it. Wow, critical hit. Okay, whatever. Punguin is the correct choice to use here, just because it's probably got nothing useful to use against Punguin, and a good Surf will take care of that. That Glameow is actually faster than I thought it would be. That's weird. Anyway, it's all washed up now. Oh, I lost. Now I have to go... Yeah, well, I helped you out by using Surf on your last Pokemon. Take that. That was actually partially unintentional. Alright, let's keep this thing going. There are no free deals on a battle. You'll get the full course, though. If you say so, lady. If you say so. And Ponyta, okay. Let's see. Splurb's been relatively fast. Let's try an Ooh, Will-O-Wisp. Not great. That's actually something that I worry about for Splurb. Being burned does have its attack stat, but it's mostly meant as a defensive Pokemon anyway, and it still managed to KO that Ponyta without any difficulty. So that's good. Although you can see, the battles are getting slightly more difficult and challenging as it goes on. We'll use U-turn on that Coughing. You know, again, I could just regular switch out because I was going to switch anyway. But it's just better to U-turn and do a little bit of chip damage at least. And Smokescreen. Not great. But oh well. Let's use Surf and get rid of this thing before it lowers my accuracy too much. Coughing is more physically defensive than specially defensive. So yeah, all good there. And Minun. That's another electric type. This time, well, you know what? Actually, let's leave that in reserve. Minun is not particularly... I was going to say Minun is not particularly fast, but somehow it seems like all of this person's Pokemon are faster than I thought they would be. And that did more damage than I thought it would, because Minun is not a very powerful Pokemon. But Surf should do something, and maybe I'll be able to KO it with Aqua Jet. Or Surf will KO it anyway. But yeah, you can see we're not dealing with... That sparks your passion, yes, of course. We're not dealing with particularly powerful Pokemon yet, so I am kind of just plowing through these guys. And even then, you know, there's still some challenge. How are you on the way home from... Like, how is this on the way home from the pool? Unless this tower actually happens to have another one with a Mantike. Okay, well, whatever. I'll deal with this one exactly the same way as I dealt with the other one. Except I won't bother Stealth Rocking. I don't think that was really necessary. And it just ended up wasting a turn. Head over to Porygon. And let's see what it does. Agility. So this battle is opening, at least as far as that goes, exactly the same as the other one. Porygon is still pretty fast, though, so we'll Thunderbolt. And that should take care of this guy. Again, Porygon is now stuck using Thunderbolt. I'm not particularly worried about that. Unless this one happens to have a ground type, but... Oh look, a Squirtle. Guess what's gonna... I was gonna say guess what's gonna happen to that, but apparently... It protected itself. Oh well. Aqua Jet. Aqua Jet is a good move. I was actually very silly for replacing that with Waterfall on Empoleon for as long as I did. I mean, I understand, you know, it was still the better move while I actually needed Waterfall as an HM. But keeping that on and having that on at the beginning of Stark Mountain, that was just... That contributed to Stark Mountain being so horrible, at least in the beginning. And I say that because I recently rewatched that particular episode where I just felt like nothing could go right, because that just aired a couple of days ago at the time that I'm, at the time that I am recording this. Anyway, what battle number am I? Oh, number 5. Okay. And it's, what, the same person? Well, it's the exact same person who now just got back from her vacation. Oh, wait, it's a completely different person. Alright, well, Baniri. I can live with a Baniri. Let's use Earthquake. And yeah, I mean, you can see this is exactly how the battle tower goes. It's not too challenging right now. Given the amount of time that this has taken so far, I'm probably going to have another episode that not another episode, a second set of 7, or at least potentially keep going until I hit a brick wall. I inevitably will hit a brick wall because, well, that's just how these things go. But I'm a little curious to see how well I do here. Dunsparce is an interesting choice. Okay. You know, with the little drill on its tail, or the little drill as its tail, you'd think that would be more of a ground type, but it's a normal type. Also really needs an evolution. If they just gave Farfetch'd an evolution, they really should give Dunsparce an evolution, or at least an alternate form. Anyway, that's it for that. And we'll keep going. I don't remember if it's 21 or 28 battles where you battle the Tower Tycoon for the silver, but maybe we'll see him. I don't even remember what his team is, so I'd probably lose. Oh, Lileep. Well, that's a rock-grass type, so I think technically U-turn will be super effective, but that part rock typing does mean that, what's it called? Does mean that Earthquake will deal neutral damage, and neutral damage stab Earthquake's gonna do more damage than non-stab super effective U-turn. But, well, do I deal with the confusion? Do I not deal with the confusion? I mean, either way, if I U-turn, I'm still struggling against the confusion. Let's try to Earthquake, why not? Just because. And no, of course not. And Ingrain is a great move for Lileep to have. I'm a little surprised that it had Confuse Ray. Lileep is an incredibly defensive Pokemon. It took that Earthquake from Splurb like a champ. And I believe there goes any chances that I had of taking this thing out with a second Earthquake, so I might as well U-turn. And we'll see. I don't think that's gonna... Wait. Okay, maybe that did about as much. Huh. Go figure. Punguin is up next. I think a Aqua Jet will do a good amount of damage. Oh, well. That was not great. Actually, why do I need to Aqua Jet? I can just surf on this thing. I don't think it's got Storm Drain. And even if it did, I don't think Storm Drain makes it immune to Water-type moves in this particular game. Weepin' Bell. Well, Weepin' Bell. Let's Ice Beam that. Actually, I think Ice Beam would have been super effective on that Lileep also, but it doesn't matter. There we go. Critical hit, probably not necessary. I don't like that Life Orb damage that Punguin gets, but on the other hand, the increased power just makes it worthwhile. And most of the time, if Punguin actually does go faster, he's not going to be taking any damage from the opponent anyway. Like, look at that. That Surf one-shotted that Ariados. I mean, not that Ariados is a great Pokemon, but... well, whatever. This should be the 7th battle in this run. So let's just keep going, and it's a Karate Man. That's wonderful. When I close my eyes, I can picture you being defeated. Come on! That's wonderful, bub. It would be terrible if I choked up now, but... ooh, Gabite. So this is kind of... well, it's certainly more threatening than what I've seen before. Earthquake. That's probably... I mean, that's actually Splurb's main offensive answer to any... I'm considering that Stealth Rock may not be a great move for it to have, you know, maybe replacing it with one of the elemental fangs. Dragon Rage, okay. I can survive a few more of those, especially considering the leftovers. We'll do another Earthquake. I should also probably use my PP up moves on Earthquake. I thought I did already on Splurb. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm crazy. It wouldn't necessarily be a terrible thing. Macargo's really, really slow and is quad weak to Earthquake. Take this, you poltroon. That was a stupid... And here I thought, you being a Karate-man, you'd actually have fighting-type Pokemon, which would be potentially dangerous to me. But no. I mean, that Gabite's certainly threatening, but it's not terrible, actually. Ah, here's the fighting type that I was expecting. You're probably going to have Fake Out, aren't you? But my Hyper Cutter prevented that Intimidate from work. Dag blasted Protect. Oh well. At least I continue gaining back some HP. I don't think Hitmontop can learn any Ice-type moves, but we'll see. I mean, if it can get through Splurb, my other two Pokemon are weak to Fighting-type moves, but Porygon Z is fast enough. Focus Energy? The heck are you using Focus Energy for? Yeah, maybe you don't have anything that'll do a lot of... Well, you're probably going to use Detect right now, aren't you? Mach Punch. Okay, I was wrong. That did, like, nothing. Splurb is a good Pokemon to use here. It's only got two weaknesses, Ice and Water. And its incredible defenses actually help it... Uh-oh. Its incredible defenses make it a tough Pokemon to take down, especially with physical attacks. Plus, it's got Roost to heal off its health. Again, I think Stealth Rock is the weak link in this particular moveset, but I really can't complain. I mean, look at that. That was a boosted attack Mach Punch. I mean, granted, it's resisted, but, you know, that still did, like, nothing. And there we go, we defeated Black Belt Harris. I berate myself for my own lack of care. So long, buddy, and no, I would not. Hooray, and I get 3 BP for that. Whoop-de-doo! And this will automatically save my record. By the way, I actually have not practiced any of these. And I'm going to keep it that way just because. We're going to do one more run. We're going to use the same team. If I get knocked out, I get knocked out. But I do want to show that there is a steady progression of difficulty here. I think just the one more will be fine, even if, even if I don't pass all 7. It'll at least give you an idea of what the Battle Tower is all about, and we'll see. I've only been recording for about 23 minutes right now. Certainly, I think we can get through another 7 and still have a reasonably lengthed episode. So, let's see. Oh, I think you took us into a room that was further along the hallway, and it's a reporter. You hate admitting it, but you wanted to be... So all that time you spent on television interviewing reporters, all that time you wished you were interviewing those idols, you wished you were one of them. That's lovely. Get rid of this Cubone. That should... Whoa! Oh, right, I forgot. That's actually pretty defensive. Maybe that's... It might have the thick club. I don't know. Doesn't matter. It's going down in another earthquake, and I'm not worried about it at all. The Leftovers is also a very good item. Again, while my team's IVs are not exactly perfect for competitive, I did think about the movesets a little bit. I did think about the hold items a little bit. And I do feel like I've come up with something fairly viable. This Tentacool is part water type, but it's also part poison type, and it's more specially defensive. A stab Earthquake from a Splurb should take care of that, no problem. Indeed it did. So yeah, I mean, we'll see how this goes. Cranidos. Ooh, I'd feel more threatened if that was a Rampardos, but this is still super effective against it, so I'm not too worried. Plus, as far as a rock type goes, it's got very low defenses, so goodbye? Yeah, goodbye. So much for this being more... Well, okay, I say that now. I'm not gonna jinx myself because, well, if someone actually shows up with a jinx, I might be in a little bit of trouble. Anyway, another karate man. Professional martial artist is in perpetual control of his body. These are the ones that I worry about, or the potential fighting type trainers are the ones that I worry about the most. Ooh, Solrock. That's a levitating Pokemon, so unfortunately can't slap that with an Earthquake, but U-turn will be super effective. So that's good. And whoa, that did a lot more than I thought it would. What do I think's coming? Solrock's got mostly Fire, Psychic, and Rock-type moves. Throw out Penguin. Better choice anyway. Psywave. I think that does variable damage, so... And apparently it decided to do a lot. But yeah, you can see there was no message that said this attack is, or it's not very effective. Again, Psywave is a weird move. It does variable amounts of damage, similar to, I guess, to something like, what's it called? Oh my god, I'm losing my brain here. Similar to a move like Dragon Rage, except it's not the same amount of damage every time, it's certain amounts of damage, and I predicted that. Again, this is why Splurb and Empoleon, Splurb and Penguin make such a great combination, because I got that free switch even going, you know, I got the free switch, well, it wasn't a free switch, I got the switch into Penguin by using U-turn on Splurb, and, you know, again, I was able to predict that electric attack from the Luxio, and just switched it right back to Splurb and got a free switch in that way. So the two of them really do cover their weakness as well. The only unfortunate part is that Penguin doesn't really deal with fellow water types all that well. So, you know, that's a little bit concerning. Then again, as far as water types go, if I can switch into Porygon Z, Thunderbolt will take care of them, mostly. Apart from the occasional water-ground type. But in the case of the water-ground types, Penguin can at least do neutral damage with its water-type moves. I've thought about this sort of well, and it seems to be working so far. I don't like to move much. I trained using the net and TV. Well, that's wonderful, bub. Apparently you're still the Karate Man, so I guess I can't... Wait, is this the same Karate Man from earlier? This might be the same Karate Man from earlier. Oh well. If that's correct, then his last Pokemon is a Hitmontop, and I really don't have to worry about the Hitmontop. This thing's probably going to use Dragon Rage, or Sand Attack. I'm also surprised Sand Attack actually works, considering the fact... And of course, there we go with the attacks missing. I hate when that happens. Sand Attack shouldn't work on flying types, just like every other ground type move doesn't work on flying type Pokemon. I'm sorry, why the hell are you missing with Earthquake? And how the heck are you missing that much when your accuracy has only been lowered once? See, this is actually... This is where the game gets really, quote-unquote, hard, is not because your opponents actually necessarily get tougher. It's because your opponents get luckier. Like, 4 times in a row I missed with that Earthquake, when I only had my accuracy lowered once. And Earthquake starts out as a 100% accurate move. Now, you're saying I probably should have switched here, and you know what? I'll try a U-turn. That may not KO, or fine, okay, it did KO, I think. Send out... No, we'll send out... Yeah, we'll send out Penguin. I think that's a good move. And yeah, the Gabite fainted. Kingler. Okay, so you're not the same guy. Well, I was just saying that Penguin can't do a ton against its fellow water types. Still, let's give it a shot, see how much Surf does. It is boosted by the Life Orb. Whoa, nail. Oh, that was a critical hit. Okay, well, I'll still take it after how annoying, unnecessarily annoying, that Gabite was. Eradicate. I will eradicate you. Quick attack. Of course. And we'll wash up that Eradicate. Bye-bye, hopefully. And if not, Aqua Jet. Hey, that worked. Well, okay, I didn't need the Aqua Jet. And there was Soren. He's all sore now, I suppose. Alright, that was a little bit annoying. We're on to opponent number 4. An obedience lesson. Oh dear, this sounds hilarious. Ah, Hitmonchan. I'm actually kind of worried about that because it's a fighting-type Pokemon that probably has some Ice-type moves. Let's Earthquake. And yeah, the fact that she didn't immediately attack with something like Mach Punch or Bullet Punch, I'm a little worried about that Ice Punch. Mind Reader? Okay. Fine by... And you Mind Reader just so that you would hit with a Bullet Punch. I don't know, by the way, I don't know why you would ever want Bullet Punch as a move on your Hitmonchan. Mach Punch, I believe, has the same base power, gets Stab, and would also be boosted by that Iron Fist ability. I mean, I guess maybe Bullet Punch for type coverage. Oh, geez, a water type. Whatever will I do? Let's Earthquake, because it doesn't actually resist Earthquake. Probably not the smartest move that I could make, but oh well. Water Pulse, that's lovely. One more Earthquake should be able to take care of it, assuming that that doesn't KO me. Yes, very good. And that didn't confuse me either, which is also very good. Let's Earthquake again. And I think we're done here. Whoa, wait, one more Pokemon. Well, we're done with this Seeking. So that's good. Gain back a little bit of HP with them leftovers. And what do you got? Golbat! Oh, this is fun. I think the obvious move here is to U-turn. And Toxic, that's perfectly fine. I don't care because Splurb is switching out anyway. So your Toxic does nothing. Now, Toxic would eventually start damaging me faster than Leftovers would heal me. Penguin is the obvious choice here because Steel-type completely resists and walls everything that this thing's got. Yeah, Aerial Ace, that's fine. That's not going to do anything. And a buffed up Ice Beam with that Life Orb means that this Golbat should be going to Davy Jones' locker. There we go. All done. Perfect. You defy me? Very amusing. Yes, I'm glad you're amused. I guess I'm slightly amused. Alright, number 5. Why are you allowed to ride your bike indoors? Oh, because it's become an extension of your very... I don't care. I'm still not allowed to ride bikes indoors, and neither should you. Ah, a grass type. Well, that resists my Earthquake, so I will U-turn. Actually take super effective damage from this U-turn. And that was a critical hit. Okay, so that did more than I thought it would. You know what? Let's switch over to Porygon. See what this person's got next. And choose the correct move based on that. Magcargo! Well, Penguin would have been the better option. Still, Porygon can do some good damage. Unfortunately, that will resist Tri-Attack. I think it will also resist Ice Beam. So Thunderbolt versus Psychic, I'll hit it with a Thunderbolt and hope that our last Pokemon's not a ground type. Then again, if I was hitting it with a Acid Armor, that increases your defense, not your special defense, so I don't care. Kinda surprised you survived that, but okay. Anyway, if I was hitting it with Psychic, I'd be concerned about his this trainer's last Pokemon being Dark type. Chimecho. Okay, well, that's not a Dark type or a Ground type. On the other hand, if I had used Psychic, I would have dealt not very effective damage. I don't think I knew Chimecho could learn Icy Wind. Still did barely anything, but that speed lowering doesn't actually matter because Porygon Z is actually pretty fast. Hey, and that should be this trainer down. I'm actually very surprised that that U-turn... Filthy hands off your bike. I was trying to take it from you because you shouldn't be allowed to have that indoors. I'm still very surprised that that U-turn KO'd the Cherim at the beginning. That was a little bit of luck. And you're gonna squash me flat, eh? I think this is a Battle Girl. Yes, this is a Battle Girl. Alright. Pseudo-Wudo over here. Rock type. Does have better defenses than special defenses. Still weak to Earthquake. So this should do a decent amount of damage. Pseudo-Wudo can also learn fighting-type moves like Hammer Arm, if memory serves. And oh no, I can no longer escape when my Earthquake is going to KO you anyway next turn, and there's no reason for me to even try escaping. Actually, I'm not sure if something like U-turn would block the block. Oh well, doesn't actually matter. Octillery! You've got terrible defenses. Like, you've got pretty good offensive abilities. Your attack and your special attack are pretty good. Your speed is, I think, also relatively good, too. But your defenses, if memory serves, aren't great. And, oof, that Icy Wind is... I mean, it's a weak non-stab attack, but I am quad affected by it. Like I said, I am quad affected by it. There goes Splurb. But here comes Porygon to save the day. And it seems like every single time I use this, it's with a Thunderbolt. I guess I could have used Tri-Attack there. Oh, well, that's something, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Yeah. Very good. I just hope your last Pokemon isn't a ground type. Also very good. Charmeleon. Hey, that's a nice... I like Charmeleon. Well, I like the whole Charmander family. But I do have to zap it. Oh well. Goodbye, Charmeleon. Yeah, well, I hate to lose even more than you hate to lose. I'm the Sinnoh champion. Alright. And here we are with opponent number 7. I think, regardless of whether I win or lose this, it will be the last one that I do. And again, just because I don't want these episodes to go too long, and, you know, it probably will get a little monotonous, you know, having me battle all these trainers in a row when they're not even all that important trainers. And in this generation, I don't even really think that they actually say things that are all that amusing. Like, in Gen 3, when you were in the Battle Tower, you had trainers say really, really stupid things sometimes. Like, I am going to enjoy an egg, and just random phrases like that. You don't have that here, and it's a little bit disappointing, but... I mean, they do still say some things that are random, but... Oh, well, that's certainly something. And again, was not enough to negate my attack. Well, not negate my attack, but prevent my attack from KOing. Surf is the best option. Ooh, faster than me and has Thunder Wave. Did not expect that. That was certainly something. I don't know if I was aware Girafarig had Thunder Wave. Anyway, Aqua Jet's the name of the game if this thing survives, but of course it does not. And Sharpedo. Well, it's going to be faster than me. No questions about that. Let me Surf anyway, and it's probably not going to be able to KO me, so... yeah. Oh, well, it lowered my defense. Well, Punguin may get knocked out, but... oh well. Like, Porygon Z is... or not. I forgot how paper-thin Sharpedo's defenses were. Well, that takes care of that. Oh, great unforeseeable power, have you forsaken me. Let's not do that. And I get 3 more BP. Hooray! And that's it for this episode. Congratulations, you've beaten all 7 trainers. Saving, don't turn off the power. Yeah, so, I mean, that's the battle tower. I was able to get in 2 sets of 7. I might continue doing this a little bit off screen. Again, I'd need to look up and see if Palmer is going to be after 21 or if Palmer is going to be later than that, but Tower Tycoon Palmer, aka your rival's dad, is the Frontier Brain here. As with all Battle Frontier facilities, you can beat or you can challenge the Frontier Brain twice. If you beat them the first time, you get the silver... I guess it's the silver symbol. If you beat them, if you keep your streak going and you challenge them a second time and defeat them the second time, then you get the gold symbol. Like I said, I'm not even going to be trying. And I'm certainly not going to be trying for that 100 win streak, because you could see this one already, it was only 2 7-win streaks, and you'd need 4. Wait, how many would you need? You'd need 14 plus a little bit of the 15th. I don't know. Yeah, 14 plus 2 battles in the 15th to get your 100 win streak, which I believe means that you'd battle Palmer twice. I don't think I'm that lucky, but in any case, if you liked this video, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Please make sure to check out our public Discord server, our forums, and our social media channels, which are all linked in the description below. And I will see you all next time in the Battle Factory, which is going to be a little bit more interesting, I suppose. Alright, see you all next time.